Hi, Cornerstone family. Glad to be with you again for your ninth week of the Transform series, How God Changes Us. It's talking about our vocational life, what we do with our work, and how we can have healthy attitudes about that. I started thinking about the different jobs I've been paid for since childhood that I remember. Of course, I had some chores at home, which weren't really jobs because I didn't get any pay for them. But I pulled weeds in a neighbor lady's flower garden. That was my first job where I made some money. High school, I was a janitor. Every night, 4 hours a night, Monday through Friday after school. Did some painting in the summer times. Did building maintenance and kind of delivery kind of person in high school, during college and seminary years. Was dishwasher for a couple summers, I think, in between college. Groundskeeper in a large apartment complex. Did some different things, and of course, I'm a pastor. So when we think of work, we think of, well, jobs you get paid for. Well, we're going to talk about work more broadly in terms of work is what you do with your day. Once you get up, what you fill your day with, that's your work. That's what you do. So I've had other work. It's really important. I'm a husband to Terry. I'm a father to Joshua and Sarah. I'm a grandfather. I have other things that fill my day, and that's what makes up my work. So today we're talking about transformed in our vocational life, or how to have healthy attitudes about work. Memory verse, really important. Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. Really important starting point. It's where everything starts to come back together. Sometimes in our culture we have this idea, well, oh, they have the perfect job. They like their job. Their job's easy. They make good money and they like what they're doing. And me, I don't have that kind of job. It's hard work. I don't enjoy the people I work with. Sometimes it's really hard to get along with people and things aren't managed well, and on and on and on we go. And we think, well, we're not going to find the perfect job. I mean, I'm called to be a pastor. I appreciate my job. I love my job, but there are things about my job I don't like. It's not an easy job. It's work. So we need to give up this idea of if I can only find the perfect job. And sometimes you may be in a job where, if you move to a different spot, you'll be a little bit better fit. That can be really helpful. But as a life's goal to find the perfect job, probably not a good idea. There are other things that are more important, like attitudes for healthy work. An attitude, we're switching from habits to an attitude. An attitude is a way of approaching something. If I go to work knowing I'm going to hate it, that's an attitude, right? If I'm going to work knowing it's going to be challenging, but God's going to be there and help me get through it, that's a different kind of attitude toward work, isn't it? So it's attitude, how we think about work, how we think about being a mom, or how we think about being a dad, how we think about the different things we fill our day with. Are we dreading them? Or do we know we're serving God in them? Are we thankful to God for what we have for life? Or attitudes make a big, big difference. Remember, we're talking about work. We're talking about just what you do with your day. You can be a student. You can be a stay-at-home parent. You can be going to a job. You can be retired. But you're filling your day with things that you're doing. That's your work. It's important to know what we do with our work. The daily motto for this week is, I will stop working for a paycheck or affirmation and start working for Jesus. It makes a big difference when we figure out who we're working for. Why are we working? And if I'm working to get money, or working to get approval, or working to do better than somebody else at work, I mean, that's one way. But if I'm working for the Lord, things are a little bit different. So we talked about it Sunday. We understand who we're working for. We have a boss. We get a paycheck. We have a supervisor perhaps, but we actually don't work for them. Ultimately work for Jesus. That's why we do what we do. And we're thankful to him for the life that he's given to us. We want to represent him well at work. And that enables us to work enthusiastic, which is this two Greek words, in God. I work in God. It means I'm serving and thanking God while I'm working. Whether my job is ideal or not, kind of besides the point. I was a dishwasher. Enthusiastically, not that I loved the job. I did like the job. It was a hard job, a dirty job, hot, sweaty job. But I did it as a way of serving Jesus because he gave me the job. He gave me the skills to do it. I was making money for college, and away we go. didn't like the job, but I could do it with enthusiasm, being in God, being thankful I have a job to make money and can serve people and help people out. And I tried to do that. So forget about the enthusiasm where everybody's so excited to go to work. That's not the enthusiasm I'm talking about. It's about being in God, thanking God for your work, thanking Him for physical life, the ability to do things with your body and your mind, and taking that kind of attitude in today. And then the last thing you'll talk about, and I've asked you to think about this quite a bit. I think this is kind of the weak point in how we think about work in the U.S. I must concentrate on building my character. All the stuff that goes on at work that we don't like, that's hard, that's frustrating, the people we may be working with, that things just aren't working well and there's conflict or disagreements or just don't see things the same way, God uses all of that to help work, mold, and shape our character to become more like Christ. And my character and your character doesn't get molded and shaped to be more Christ-like when things are easy. It's when things are challenging. When I have to learn some things about myself and how to deal with other people and how not to get revenge and how not to hold grudges and how to love people who won't love me back. That's when character gets formed. And God's using everything we do all day long to build our character to become more Christ-like. And we want to keep that in our brain. Go, oh, that's right. That's part of what's going on today. So enjoy your time together. Enjoy your questions. Continue a great, honest conversation. And remember, Jesus changes everything. And we want to give God some space with good habits, good attitude, so He can work with us. We can pay attention and we can benefit from all that He wants to do with us. So enjoy your time together. Catch you next week.